Woo, it's warm. Water. All right. I could increase the music just a little bit. Trying to keep it so that it is not quite so overpowering. All right. Oh, I need to change the name of the stream because they did an update today and I wanted to do Empyrean. Oops. But unfortunately, I have to reconfigure my capturing software. There we go. Should be updated. Sorry about that, folks. I was gonna say they released the Alpha 8 update for Empyrean, and I really wanted to stream it. I got everything set up, got ready to go, and then I realized that they had once again made some changes to the graphics system. So I have to reset my my capture stuff in order to stream the game again. So, oh, my apologies on that. All right. Okay, so when we were here last time, we ended up finishing most of our welding and the ship. Well, the mining ship, I should say. And we left it somewhere. I don't remember where. It's at one of the stations, or one of the waypoints. I will probably turn off all of the waypoints so that we can find the damn thing. Alright, now what we were talking about before was actually setting this asteroid up as the base. Let me see here, because I think there's resources we're still missing. Let's see what we got for ore here. Okay. Check ingots then. Oh, that's right, we moved everything over to the mining craft. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go over here to our GP. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off all of these so that we can find, hopefully, where we left the ship. Because I think we left the ship over here around 9 area. But even if we didn't, we should be able to get close enough. And 35K. Yeah, I think that was where we left it. So let's get ourselves over there. We'll have to keep an eye on the navigation system so that we can actually find our ship. All right. Get this thing up to speed. So, happy Wednesday, or no, happy Tuesday, everybody. That's been a long week. Oh, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day and a fabulous week thus far. We are back here in some Space Engineers. Like I said earlier, I wanted to do some Empyrean today, but unfortunately, I was not paying attention to the updates, and yeah, they changed some of the graphics that they changed. Do not like the software that I use for streaming. So what that means is that we are not going to be able to do Empyrean, so we're in Space Engineers, which is fun. I actually don't mind that. I enjoy both games. It's fun to mess around in them at different points. I just have to remember where we left the ship. I might actually have to go into spectator mode and check the each of the waypoints. That way we can make sure, because I know I left it at one of them, and I could swear I left it over here. Just checking that. Yeah, it's an asteroid down there. Okay. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're having a fantastic week thus far. It's an Aquila strike ship, huh? It's probably a good idea or a good thing that we are moving away from that location then. Because we do not... Oh. It just... That's not good. Did it jump out? Or did it go dark? I think it went dark. Well, no, because we're not using the corruption mod, so they shouldn't do that. At least in theory, they shouldn't do that, but we'll find out. Alright. Alright, so what we're doing is we're heading back to try and find the mining ship, because I don't remember what we did with it. And quite frankly, don't remember the materials we needed. So I thought we still needed nickel. No, I think we found it wasn't the nickel. What are we missing? We're missing magnesium, I know. Was it gold or silver that we might need? I don't remember now. Help me out, chat. If you remember what minerals we were looking for, let me know so we can go looking for them. A rock over there. Alright. So, like I said, I left it somewhere in this neighborhood. We'll find it here shortly. At least hopefully. Yeah, like I said, I thought I left it over here where we marked the potential base waypoint. Oh, nope, there it is. It's at waypoint 9. Okay. I knew it was somewhere over here. Alright, let's head over here and go pick some stuff up. Now, there's actually a couple of new mods up on the workshop that I picked. Well, I picked up quite a few mods, but I only added one new mod to this playthrough. It's a new thruster mod that basically is a updated graphic set for the tiered thrusters. So I'm kind of interested in using those. I'm going to take a look and see what those look like as far as balance and power towards power and fuel consumption. I'm really actually kind of curious about it because they look really, really good. So I thought it'd be nice to do something a little bit different today. Alright. I might have to put some basic drills back on this thing. And we are coming into the 2K range. Well, we are inside 2K, so let's go ahead, hit our brakes. Alright. Clone Wars, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Alright, let's get ourselves over here. And I want to see... So what we've been doing while we've been out and about and off camera in between this stream and the previous stream is I've been letting the repair system, the build and repair system, as well as the assemblers and everything running over here on the ship, and had all of the parts queued up. Hopefully we will be a little bit closer to done as far as the thruster is concerned. I'm actually doing pretty good. I have unfortunately not been able to stream as much as I'd wanted to in the last 2 weeks. We'll be starting a new job on Monday, and I've been trying to get stuff taken care of, and they've already started the integration process for me as far as to how everything is going to work. Which unfortunately means that I am already answering questions. But it's not bad, it's not bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and We should be, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and grab this. I want to see, why are my space engineers, you're gonna kill me one of these days. It keeps trying. Alright. So we're most of the way through the thruster components. Once we've gotten the 200-ish thruster components left to make. Let's see here. How are you guys for parts? Anyway, I want to make sure we actually have the materials for what we're trying to make here. We need 71 platinum, 170 gold, 1800 cobalt. I know we have the iron. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we have 45. Looking for AU. There it is. We got 52. Alright. So we've only got one refinery with gold in it? Really? Let's check our refineries here. Okay, so we've got 3 refineries pushing platinum. Let's go ahead and swap you guys around. Drop you down here, bring you up here. Alright. And it looks like we've got everything else. So what did we say we needed? We needed gold. I know we've got the cobalt. We're not worried about that. So it's gold and platinum are basically what we need right now, right? Yeah, we'll have enough. We have enough. That's not a problem. So for the folks who are joining us, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a fantastic and fabulous week thus far. I'm also hoping your Monday was not too strenuous. I know Mondays are horrible, horrible days for most people. But hopefully, yours was fun. Alright, so we were talking about new thrusters, right? So there is this little wonderful thing right here. And I'm really curious to see just how bad they are parts-wise. And it looks like they're pretty much on par with vanilla. Alright, so let's go. So we've got Atmo thrusters, pulse thrusters. I'm kind of interested in that. Alright. So we've got red, blue, and white. The whites are atmospheric. The blues are ion, and LY is pulse. Huh. I'm kind of curious about these. I think we're going to have to throw one on here and see. Oh, that could be interesting. Look at that. Okay, that's a rather epic thruster. Holy crap. You know we're going to have to build this now, right? Alright, how many thruster components do you have? Alright, we're going to paint this thing pink. Simply because we can. Okay, Bob, start taking that crap apart. There you go. Let me do that. And you knew the minute I found something like this, we were going to have to build it. Am I going to use any scripts? I actually do use scripts quite a bit. So most of the time, the scripts that I'm using right now, there's a new autopilot script that does orbital insertion and maps. I'm probably going to use that at some point in this playthrough. Anytime I'm playing in one of the solar system maps, I will be using that script. That thing is actually really cool. If you haven't seen it yet, I just put a video out on it on the channel earlier today. Should have been like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. But yeah, it gives you you can actually have a graphical representation of your orbit on a gravitational body. So if you have a planet or a moon or whatever, if you've got a modded moon that has, you know, a gravity field, or well, actually all the moons have gravity fields, don't they? So if you have an asteroid or something with a gravity field, you'd be able to use it there as well. But I also use the automatic LCD script, which I think I've got running already. And are you done, is the question. No. So we need about 100 more thruster components. That thing is rather cool looking. I just want it to be working. Come on. Work. Work. Mine layer, not worried about you. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what the thrust potential of that is. So if we go, I'm wondering if we can, because if we get rid of, because if I like these, I might actually rebuild this system a little bit. I like the fact that these are single blocks and not 2 blocks. I've always been a fan of the more compact thruster design because it allows you to have a little bit more freedom with what you're doing in your build. So we'll try the pulse thruster. If we don't like it, we'll try the ion thruster. I'm assuming this thing has a higher power consumption for a higher thrust system over the ion, or maybe it's a hybrid of ion and hydrogen, or Atmo maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. And you're actually coming along pretty quickly, so it looks like it's going to be about 5 minutes or so for that to be finished. Okay, so for those who haven't seen this build yet, basically what we have is a large reactor, we have a large cargo, and we have lots of thrusters. As you can see, we are using currently the tiered thruster pack, and I may be replacing that with this new thruster pack if we end up liking it. Definitely going to give that a try today. We have tiered ship tools in here, which allow you to have these are the tier 3s. Eventually we will go up to the tier 4s. Now the tiered ship tools mod last week got I think it was last week or late the week prior, got a graphics update. The tier 4 drills are now completely different. In fact, let's go. If I spell it correctly, there you go. So we drop that for a second. Let's grab this. So these are basically the tier 1 through 3 drills. This is the tier 4 drill. So I'm guessing the mod author decided, yes, the tier 4 drill was a little OP for its size. So yeah, now you've got this monster drill, which I actually like. I think this is a really nice drill design. Now I wonder, I don't know, I'll have to check and see if the mod author is the one who made the model for this. Because I've seen similar models, and I'm never sure who the originator of the model is. All of the mod authors that I use give credit, like if they're using somebody else's model, their 3D model. So I'll look it up and see. Or at least to my knowledge, they acknowledge who makes the models when it's a borrowed model. So, but yeah, I'm actually liking the design on that. All right, so we've got the nav ball. Actually, you know what I might do? While we're waiting for the thruster to come online, because we still got another couple minutes here. Yeah, we still got a couple of minutes. Like I said, it should only be another minute or two. Let's head in here. What we'll do is we'll play with one of the new scripts. I want... Yeah, that was right. Let's drop this out. We're going to grab the LCD because we want to have one of these. We'll put that in place there. And we've got an open spot right here, so let's go ahead and throw in a programmable block. Because, you know, we were talking about scripts earlier. Show you the new script that I've been playing with. Come on, Bob. Thank you. There we go. Alright, so we are going to do edit. We're going to browse the workshop. And what you're looking for is called the Orbital Autopilot and Map mod script. Hit OK. I always do a check just to be sure. Remember an exit. Okay. Now, if you're using this mod, you need two things for this mod to work. Well, you actually only need one thing for the mod to work. Your control chair has to be renamed Orbital Control. All right. So we're going to call this, I think it's Orbital Control. It's either Orbit Control or Orbiter Control. I don't remember. I think it's Orbital Control. Orbit Controller is what we actually have to call it. Okay. And so we're going to call this Orbit Controller. Let's go back here. We'll grab the programmable block. So normally you'd have to enter a planet. Once you enter a planet, you can actually turn this thing on. If you're outside of a planet, doesn't matter too much. And we want LCD. We are going to grab this one, and this is Orbit Map, I think. No, it's not Orbit Map. All right. Yeah, like I said, I just started playing with this one, so I don't have all of the commands down yet. Orbit Controller. Orbit Display, that's what it was. Okay. Now this thing is case sensitive, so you do have to have the lettering done accurately. Otherwise, it will not work. All right, so what you're seeing on that LCD to the side now is a representation of a gravitational body. Because we're not in a gravitational field, you're not going to get anything on it. If you enter a planetary gravity plane, what will happen is your current vector in relation to the gravity plane will show up as an orbit on this map, and it'll be a magenta color, right? On that, you'll have a green marker that represents your ship, and then you will have a another orbital that you can basically say, if you put in autopilot at a waypoint, if you use waypoints within the atmosphere, the autopilot will use those waypoints to keep you in orbit. It's actually really, really cool. So basically what you can do is turn the autopilot on, and let's say you have a station or something that you want to have actually orbiting a planet. You just set the waypoints for it, and it'll actually follow those waypoints. And they'll show the waypoints over on the LCD as well. It's a really interesting script when you're inside of a planetary field. When you're in deep space, yeah, that's basically what you get. So now, using these, if you actually use the smaller LCDs, so if you do the small grid hack, basically you put a rotor in here and you mount a display system on, you generate the small rotor head for it. You can then build a small display system, and that will, you can actually have all your scripts running, so you can see all your inventory, you can see all of that stuff, and then you have your navigation block, but you also could have an atmospheric orbit block, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah, I've been playing around with that a lot. I'm really liking the mod, and I'm thinking, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it in this playthrough or not, or if I'm going to do it in a full-on playthrough where we build a ship that uses actual orbital mechanics. So, oh, so close. I can only stutter so long to drag this out. Tim's script is fun. I am a huge fan of the old school automatic inventory. I used to love the automatic inventory mod, or the script. So for those who don't know, automatic inventory is the pre-runner to Tim, or I should say the precursor to Tim. Tim actually came about, if I remember the story correctly, it was because automatic inventory had so many, like it would break every time there was an update to the game, and the mod author he kept on top of it as much as he could. It was just real life kept interfering. So Tim came about, and the author of that one made it block dependent, basically made it a script instead of a universal mod. Because the original automatic inventory used to actually ride as a mod in the game. When you loaded it, it was a preloaded mod. So it didn't require programming block, it didn't require timer block, it was straight up an in-game script that would take over some of the functionality of the game. Yeah, I've got 2 oxygen tanks on me. Thanks for the heads up, though. Now, one of the things that Tim introduced to the game before automatic inventory had it was the ability to control refineries. Oh! All right, don't stand directly behind that thruster when it comes online. Yeah, let's try that again. Oh, that was awesome. I think Bob already picked up the corpse, but we'll check to make sure. Yeah. Oh. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Wow. Okay. So don't walk into the thrust of that thing. Holy crap. Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty good acceleration. For the cost on that? Oh man, that's... Okay, so if we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Yeah, that's about on par with the large tier, like the tier 2, tier 3 thruster. That's pretty good. I have to check the 28 minutes. Yeah, so it looks like the stats on it are basically the same as the, I want to say somewhere around the tier 2, tier 3 area if you're using tiered thrusters. And it's only 1 block wide. Or I should say 1 block deep. 3 blocks, 3 by 3. So that's not bad. I like the smaller footprint of the block. I really like the smaller footprint of the block. And so instead of being 3 by 3 by 3, it's 3 by 3 by 1. The smaller versions of it are 1 by 1s. I'm thinking we're going to strip the tiered thrusters off and put these on here. Have I seen Akira 1988? Yeah, I remember when Akira came out. That's an awesome anime. Tatsuo! Man, that brings back some interesting memories. That was a long time ago, man. Now the question is did you see the original Japanese? Did you see the subbed version or the dubbed version? Kaneda! Yeah, that's what I should have done. Is when I got hit with that pulse, I should have been like, Kaneda! Nice. Yeah, if anybody's looking for a anime that may give you nightmares, yeah, that's one. Subbed and dubbed, very nice. So it's kind of a cyberpunk-ish, like post-apocalyptic. It's post-apocalyptic without being like end of the world post-apocalyptic. It's more that the kind of a dystopian future. The government controls pretty much everything. There are supercomputers and AIs and stuff, and people have actually started playing with using augmented reality and genetic manipulation and things like that. And the story follows two characters that go through just a lot of crap. Great story if you haven't seen it. Well, I should say a great story if you're into science fiction, like psychological thriller kind of things. I should always clarify that. So I'm thinking here, since we got those, let's go. I want to go. Let's go International Safety Orange, shall we? I need steel plates. Of course I need steel plates. Why wouldn't I need steel plates? Alright. Come here, you. Better know what's coming now. Well, yeah, I mean... that should go without saying. And then we're gonna paint you guys pink. Now there is actually a benefit to switching over to these new ones. I'll be able to pull things like these thrusters out and have them sitting over here on a thruster block. Like so. And now we'll take, let's go ahead and take that one out, and the drill is actually attached there. So we'll be able to take that out. That out. Let's make sure you are actually attached to something else. Yes, okay. Always have to make sure. And we will tie those together. So let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3 out of there. 4, 6. Let's swap these out. So yep, 3 there. So first things we're going to do is make sure we have basic controls in place. Hey, no worries, Clone Wars. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic day and have a terrific week, man. Yeah. So on the topic of anime, if anybody's looking for a really like tear-jerking anime, look. I mean, like this is old school anime. Look up Grave of the Fireflies. You just, if you ever want to have like a bad day, that anime will do it for you. Oh, I need interior plates. There. And we'll put one there. I put that one in there. Let's turn the light on so you can see what we're doing. And basically what I'm doing is I'm setting this up so that everything is piped in. Because, well, you know, it doesn't do any good to have drills if it's not piped in. So we will also need to put some spotlights in. And what we're going to do is we're going to abuse the engine a little bit. Because I don't have a spotlight mod. I just realized that. I need a spotlight mod. I'm going to go there. That's going to go there. Oh, let's go you there. You there. We're going to do the same on this side. We did down, sideways. And is there a place that I can mount one of these pointing up? For those who don't know, the spotlights, because of the way they emit light, we're gonna cheat just a little bit. The light rays pass through blocks if they are set up so that the emitter is actually outside the spotlight like this. So as you can see, the light comes up through the blocks. So if you ever need to hide spotlights, that's the way to do it. So I got that. And then we don't really need anything facing aft, but we're going to put some in it anyway. Really? Interesting. All right. Okay, so all of that is basically there. So that's all tied in. And we're going to grab some more of these pulse thrusters. Oh, do I want to put some of those in? We can put some sloped ones in. We'll do that. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Alright. I'm thinking we will do this. Do one there. There. And do we want to do that? What do you think? Yeah, it should work. Alright, let's make sure we have all of our thrusters online, because that would be really sad if we went through all this problem, or all this process, and, ooh, got chunky. There we go. Something just loaded in. Super Gremlin, that would be what I... Super Gremlins are mean. Alright. Oh, you know what? Did you guys grab my tools by chance? And who grabbed the drill? Somebody grabbed the drill. Nobody grabbed the drill? Really? Alright, empty. Alright, let's go over here. Kind of need to check to make sure to see if somebody grabbed my drill. Oh, you did grab it. Okay. Whew. Okay, that's good. We need to get you docked up so that we can get everything running here. Alright. What are you missing? They're online. Really? Alright, let's give this thing a try here. Alright, I'm kind of liking this thing. Alright, so do we have anybody in near proximity You have uranium. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and come over to the control panel. Always check your ore detector because you need to make sure that it actually is working. And they tend to have random default ranges now. Some of them have a 0 range. I think that they've reset them across the board now, that ore detectors by type have a default of 125 meters, but you never know. I always want to check to make sure. Actually, we need to... What are you missing anyway? You are missing a bunch of detector components. Alright. Did we have some over here? Nope. Alright. Okay, so for the folks who weren't here when we started building this thing, basically we have determined that this ship is going to become the foundations of a base. That thing is basically our mobile processing center. So what we'll be able to do is we'll go out, mine resources, and on the way back already be processing them, so that when we dock up with the base then just takes over whatever we haven't done. And we're going to be setting up some scripts to handle some of that. I may use Tim for that, where we'll basically have Tim just prioritize the bases, or the stations, or rather, processing systems. So it'll pull stuff out of the refineries on the ship and pull them over into the base. But that's a long-term goal. What were we checking? We were checking something. I distracted myself. Ah, yeah, detector components. That's what we're looking for. Because I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go... And I should have... There we go. So what we're doing is we're going to take this thing apart. Actually, can I get... We'll use the parts that we have just taken out of that one, because this ship's going to get parked. This is going to be our runabout. But first, we need to do some test drills with it, because I need to figure out on whether or not I want to keep the 6 drill array that we have, or replace it with 2 of the tier 4s. Now, in theory, this should allow me... Let's go here. This should allow me to clear enough room for everything to be able to get through. I may need to move some things around a little bit. We'll find out. What we're looking for here is the uranium. See if we can find the uranium really quickly. I think it's on the back side of this monstrosity. Yeah, the iron's over here. Gold. Uranium. Cobalt. There's the uranium. It was hiding from us. All right. So this is the regular mining operation using the tier 3 drills. And that may give us the clearance we need. Nope. Just a little too shy. Okay. Alibaba, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week. Came through the iron fairly well. So it looks like it's just a touch off for this. And I'm wondering... Yeah, see? The collision box is just a little higher than I was expecting. So that's a 2 tall collision, and you are 3 tall collision. Interesting. That's 1, 2, 3. I could probably do a slide mine with it and not worry too much about it. But getting back out will be a pain. Okay, I could do a small redesign. How many blocks is that? That's 1, 2. So it would obstruct there, because that's 3 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3. 2. Yeah, I'd have to redesign the whole thing, which I could do. But basically would require me to have that be a drill. So what I'm thinking, or what I was thinking about... Hope you've got oxygen tanks on board. Please tell me you have my bottles. You do have my bottles. Thank you. But I can't get to them in here because it's not piped in for some reason. All right. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that, shall we? All right. That is something I need to put on board the ship. I think I need to get an oxygen system on board. Actually, no, I have oxygen. Don't I? No, those are assemblers. That's right. I didn't put oxygen on. Oh, well, crap. Let me grab some plates. Actually, I have plates. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw an oxygen system on board this thing really quickly. Let's grab the O2 generator. And I think I'm going to go that way. I think we'll do that. Now, do we have all the... Yeah. Yeah, I remembered. I remembered last time you told me, you know, you said don't do it because it's a not a good word. So, so you guys are loaded. All right, so we've got that. I do think we're going to rebuild the drills. I think we're going to go with the tier 4s. And what we'll do is we'll put the tier 4s where the 2 outriders are, the port and starboard drills. I wonder if we can get... What do we need for those? 1 second. We need the Xenu cores, which require uranium and platinum, which we have. Is there anything else that we need for those that we... Let's see here. We need these. Nickel, platinum, cobalt, silver, gold, silicon, and uranium. We don't need any more of those. And we'd need, how many of those do we need? Need 20 per, so we would need 40. All right, so the idea is that basically this drill would come out and we would put this drill in its place. So we'd be removing the drill and both of those. Actually, no, if we did that, I wonder, are we going to be able to place this in such a way as that it's not going to cause problems? Because as it is right now, we'll basically have to take out all 6 of these blocks. We'll have to take out the 3 drills, the 2 conduit, and the thruster. The thruster I'm not really that worried about because we can get away with tucking the thruster in someplace. What I'm worried about is the clearance on these things, because what'll happen is even though, let's get rid of that, even though you don't have physical collision on the block here, what might happen is that if the collision block intercepts the plane of the weapon fire, the block will still take damage. I've actually shot pieces off my ship like that before. So, hey S'more, how you doing, buddy? Looks like Bumblebee forgot how to transform back into a car mid-transform. I know, right? I'm liking these new thrusters, though. These things are awesome. So, if you weren't here for the beginning, I am using the... oh, what is this called? The LY Thruster Pack, I think is what is the name of it. These things are awesome. So they're effectively as powerful as like the tier 2 or so if you're using the tiered thrusters. If you use the tiered thruster pack. So they're somewhere between tier 2, tier 3 in their power. They look like they're scaled pretty well for the same power output versus the power consumption or energy consumption. And then you have the large version back here. Now they do have atmospheric versions of these. This is the Pulse series, which I think may be a little bit more powerful than the normal ions. I'm gonna have to check. I'm not quite sure what the differences between the 3 of them are, other than the ion and Atmo being obviously space only and atmospheric only, and I'm thinking these may be a hybrid engine. So never seen anyone build such a contraption in SE. Which contraption is that? A mining rig like this, or a transformer that forgot how to transform? Oh yeah, S'more, you should see the series that I was doing over on Twitch, the most recent Space Engineer series over there. I actually have a ship that has a deployable booster on it. So normally when it's in normal flight, it looks like it's got hangars on it. But if you get into trouble and you need extra power, the hangar door is open. I've got it all set up on timers and everything. You push one button, hangar doors open, the pistons deploy the thruster, turn the thruster on, and it has thrust override on it. So once it's fully deployed and turns on, it's just basically a solid state booster. You know, oh, you're gone. It's like an immediate maximum acceleration. So if you're using a one of the speed uncap mods, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So much fun. Yeah, I mean, anybody can build, you know, just basically a little mining bee. I like building things that are actually functional for me. I have a tendency of building something like, say, you know, the ship over there, and then I get bored with it, and I'll make something else. So I want to be able to take my refining with me. But the idea is that we're going to have that become a station, and then this will be a self-contained ship, so that we'll be able to deal with what we need to as we need to. And then if we need to come back to the base or we want to do bigger builds, we'll be able to come back to the base and we'll have additional refining power and crafting power over there. So. Okay, so by default, Space Engineers, the way they do thrust is applied at the center of the grid. So regardless of where you put the thrusters for thrust going in that direction on the XYZ planes, all of the thrust is actually, all of the force is calculated from wherever your center of the grid is, which is in theory somewhere around here. Now, there are actually mods to change that. there's a realistic thrust mod, thrust application mod, that if you put thrusters here, your point of motion or the point of force is here. So if you have them out of balance, what'll happen is you'll start getting rotation in your ship. Like, let's say I had 2 over here and only 1 over here. If something happened and I used these thrusters, this side would have more thrust than this side. So if you want a realistic space challenge, get that mod. It will screw up everything you understand about Space Engineers, because it makes it just like you're building a real spaceship. But yeah, so for the booster, the reason why it's set up the way it is because I wanted it hidden. Because I thought it was kind of cool to have something, you know, like a surprise build. You know, because you fly up on the thing and it looks like it's a small carrier of some kind. And because it's built around a utility theme, you know, it doesn't look like it's a combat vessel. It just looks like it's a hauler. So, right. So using pistons and rotors for thrusters is usually tricky because you get subgrids. So thrust is applied to the subgrid, and it's hard to control things on rotors, specifically on rotors and pistons, without using a script. And there are actually scripts for that. There's a vectored thrust script that you might be interested in. And that's actually built around the idea of having your thruster system on rotors. So that way you can actually, when you press forward, you know, whatever your forward motion is. So if you're using WotC, if you hit W to go forward, it'll vector the rotors for the thrust to apply in that vector. So it's a really, really cool mod. It's a little wonky, takes a bit of getting used to because you have to mount rotors in specific ways. But once you figure out how to use it, it's really good. So, all right. So coming back to this build, we need to redo a few things. I'm thinking. It's always dangerous when I say I'm thinking. Let's see here. We need, what did we say we need it for these? We need 40, so we need 20 cores for each one of these. All right. Each core is going to require a bit of platinum and uranium. All right, so let's look at nickel. If we queue up 40 of those, so we need 200 nickel. How much nickel do we have? We're going to go through and we're going to check these one by one to make sure we have what we need. I believe we do. Yes, we have more than enough nickel. Platinum is 120. I know we don't have that much refined, but I think we have. Helps if I spell it correctly. There we go. 12 platinum, 16 platinum, 20 platinum. We're actually not doing too bad. It's 27 platinum, plus the thruster components that we can break down, which let's go ahead and do that really quick. There. It's going to give us another 30-ish platinum. Actually, 12. Yeah, we'll see. That's going to get us a good start on them. If I can get close to 60, that'll be good, because then that'll at least give me one drill online. And we're going to get some more thruster components back, because I'm going to be taking the 2 side thrusters here off, the ones on port and starboard side. And we're going to remount one of them on dorsal, above the cockpit. Alright. So what do you have now? So we have all the cobalt we need. The platinum is going to be a stopper. We got nickel. How much silver do we have? 300 silver. How much do I need? Okay, so we have the silver that we need. We need 160 gold. That's going to be another one of those. Nope, we got the gold. Silicon, we need 40, and then we need 120 uranium ingots. That's going to hurt. Okay. Silicon, we've got 3K. We've got more than enough. All right, and... we've got 44 uranium ingots. Alright. Let's swing this beast around. Need to put a couple of gyros on this thing too. I've only got 2 gyros on it right now, so we want this to be a little bit more maneuverable. So I'll probably add 2 more gyros. But we want to head over here, see how much uranium we have on board, because I had the little ship over here doing some uranium mining or uranium processing for us. So let's take a look. And we can't get to you anywhere. Oh, nope, over here. We have a mounting point over here. There we go. Let's go and check this. Alright, so we've got another 48. That's 79. And if we convert this over to a station, we can put solar on it to offset the uranium needs. At least for a while. Right. How much ice do we have? 4K ice. That works. You know what I don't have on this? Oh no, I do have an antenna on it. Okay, I was gonna say I don't have an antenna on it. Let's go ahead and get that over there. Oh, you've got 100K ice. Okay, that's never mind. Alright, so are you not piped in? Are you really not piped in? Interesting. Yeah, see, I've got O2 generators. Why are they not? Interesting. All right. So I might have to change the cockpit up then. Because this cockpit apparently is not piping oxygen in. Which I don't know why. Here, let's do this. Nope, not piping oxygen in. Ah, interesting. I'll have to check. I'm thinking they changed the way things pipe through here. Ooh, look at you. He updated the model on that. Nice. Alright, so what we were talking about doing before. Let's get in here for a second. We're going to bring up our production tab. We're going to switch this over, let it start running. Because it's not going to be able to do anything until it has the uranium ingots, so I'm not too worried about that. But what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and start breaking this stuff down. Helps if I paint it the right color. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. John Risa, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now the big question is how many people are excited with what you saw come out of E3? There's a lot of interesting game development going on this year. And do we want to do that? Or do I just want to go... I might just go the regular... Nah, I think I like the other thruster design. Go that way. I need steel plates. I always need steel plates. And I blocked off access in certain areas. Okay, that's fine. Because, you know, I had to drop my plates off for some reason. Alright. You gonna go that way? Okay, let me get this straight. You'll let me mount there, but you won't let me mount that... you son of a... Space Engineers. Well, that's more of a mod thing, but yeah, it's still funny. Now the question is will it let me mount those there? No. Alright, so let's do this then. Lots of flashy bits. Okay. Oh, you know what? No, let's go get rid of you. I'm going to drop you in here. And we're going to do that block. There we go. The only thing you're missing is the Xenu cores. Get those. Hard pass on Fallout 76. Is that because of the way they're handling the multiplayer stuff? You know, since they're going to allow people to have control of the nuclear silos. Nuclear silos, I should say. I know a lot of people have said that. They're like, yeah, no. Because of the fact that it's a open world building game, allowing people to have access to things that you basically, you know, you can not necessarily pay to win, but yeah, it's too easy to grief. No matter the systems or mechanics that you put in there to help control it, you're always going to find people who can game the system better than the developers plan around. So it looks interesting. Honestly, I'll probably give it a try just on principle, but I'm not expecting anything overly fabulous out of that. I have a feeling it is going to devolve into something very reminiscent of Rust. Alright, so we need... Oh, how many do we need for that? We need 120 for that, so it's 3 ingots per. So I need 60 ingots. How much uranium do we have? We've got 40. Alright, so let's go over here. I still haven't put a shield on this thing either. I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to. So we're gonna grab you. Actually, let's do this, and we're gonna grab. We said 60. Is that right? What I might do is take. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that piece out, and the idea is what we're gonna do is we're gonna queue up the, you know, let the system work its way through what it needs to resource-wise. so that we can get the first one online, and then once that one's online, we'll place the second one again, and then that should take care of the problem. Right, so we're gonna go, actually I need to go, and I need to get that thing piped in so that we can not have to keep jumping in and out of the ship to do this stuff. Okay, so it's building those. So that should give us the first half once that's done. Now those are going to take a while to build. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to park this thing over at the asteroid. And we're going to start getting the... let's get you over here. And we'll get the red ship placed where we're going to put it in mostly geo orbit on this thing. Well, we're going to call it geo orbit, but you know, it's Space Engineers. Oh, that's bad. You're not supposed to turn dampeners off on characters when you get out of seats again. Interesting. So apparently it's turning off dampeners if the ship's moving. That's not necessarily a good thing, guys. I got hammer sled too. Now what did we do with the... Oh, there it is. In space, no one can hear you pant. Right, okay, let's grab this. There we go. Take that off while we're in the ship. Alright. Now, we want this thing to be pretty much able to grab the basic resources without trying too much, because I'm thinking I may end up putting a laser drill on this thing. At some point. Conveyor is at the bottom? Okay. I'm too used to the small ship version of it where it has the two small or one large conveyor block on the back of it. I use a lot of modded cockpits. So when I use the vanilla ones, I'm like, I don't remember where the connectors are on this thing. I haven't used one in 6 months. Oh. Alright, so if that's our solder there, if we flip you like this, we can put that in. All right. Okay, so if we do that, we're gonna do some creative rotor pieces here. Let's go dark green because we can. That. Yeah, why not? Oh. And let's go. Like that. Actually, do we want to do that, or do we want... Let's do that instead. Take that out. And we're gonna make these ugly. It's fine. It's Space Engineers. It doesn't have to be pretty. Now this does mean I'm going to have to put a crap ton of batteries on board. And we're going to go one more on this side, like so. So we did rotor, rotor, and it is azimuth and vertical. We're going to use a script. Which script are we going to use? We're going to use the solar controller. Go ahead, Bob. Take that thing apart for us, or build that thing out for us. No, don't take it apart. We're gonna go. Let's go ahead and use the azimuth batteries. We're gonna do the same over here. Actually, we do have some space up there. Now, the thing is that the ship, as much as I'm joking about this thing being a base, it will stay a ship. It just basically, we're just going to park it. And we'll worry about actually finishing those later. We're not too worried about it. What are you missing? You're missing displays, huh? Okay. And actually, do we have silicon? No. Nope, no silicon. Okay. I think I have a bunch of displays over on the other ship. Let's see. We do. Look at that. Awesome. You're missing solar panels, I know, but how many do you need? You need 64 solar cells. So 640, give or take. We'll have those made up shortly. Let's go. There you go. All right, so we're going to edit this. We're going to browse our workshop. Solar alignment script. If you ever use solar panels for actual power production and not just for set pieces, get this script. So what this thing will do is you set up a group called Solar Rotors, and then you say, actually, do you even have to do the azimuth ones in this? I don't think so. I think it's just the group. Yeah, so flight seat in this group, solar reference. So if you change this, like if you're using multiple scripts that require you to have a control seat be named something specifically, name it whatever you need it to name it, and then what you do is you put it in its own group with whatever the group reference name is here. So we're going to make a group with that chair, call it solar reference. So one script will look for the chair's name and the other one's going to look for the chair's group. And I'll show you how we're going to set that up here in a minute. Alright, so rotors. Yes. Let's make sure. Check code, make sure it is okay. Yes, remember an exit. Okay, so it's looking for group solar rotors. Now, we're going to go in here. We're going to go rotors. We're looking for the 2 rotors. We're going to make this a group called solar rotors. And again, you do want to make sure you're spelling it the same way they are using it. All right, and then we are looking for the orbit controller. We're going to make this a group. And that was solar reference, is that right? I don't think I've actually used this before. Aligned, edit, I want to make sure, solar reference, okay. So, yes. All right, so as you can see, what it's doing is it's aligning the system. So it's telling you basically a bunch of different stats about it. Now, one of the things that you can do with this thing, let's go in here, is, where is it at? There should be there should be a display, LCD panels, there it is. So if you use an LCD panel and you name it in these under this convention, it'll actually put out the information for you. We're going to use just the generic information. All right. Oh, let's see. Single names or group names. And what we're going to do is we're going to have this set up. I'm trying to remember how to get that specific one. Because I think it's just solar display. Solar alignment, LCD2, LCD solar output. That's the one we want. Right, so we're going to close that. We're going to grab LCD. So the mod author changed this up a little bit. It used to be, there was one that was just a... you make me go up there, really? Bulletproof glass, don't have it. Okay. All right. And oh. I'm gonna have to look that up now, because it used to be there was a basically you just did, I think it was like solar terminal or something like that, or solar display or something, or solar LCD. It used to be just a command line that you could put in, and it would actually give you the information that you wanted. Demon, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see y'all. Yeah, it's good. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna grab this thing. We're actually gonna call this. That way I can find it faster. So calculating. We're actually going to leave that on false because we don't want it moving the ship around. Oh. Ah, that's what it is. Solar alignment is the one we want. Okay. There we go. So now you can actually see what's going on with the solar alignment block. Now, since the solar panels aren't finished, it's not actually going to be able to do anything. What did we say we needed? Like 650? And that'll give us a couple extra, just in case. You know what? We don't have the we don't have any of the resources over here to make the damn thing. So let's yeah, let's go over here. Production. We are going to go down to the next block, and we are going to say. Alright. Thumbnail showing stream offline. It doesn't surprise me. YouTube doesn't like me. It's okay. What I need to do is, I think what it's doing is it's grabbing one of the default thumbnails. And I haven't actually changed that, so I need to update it. But thanks for the information, Judy. Appreciate it. So, as you can see, we are actually close enough for the bobs on this thing to fix that thing. So, yeah. Hey, Sharky, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Now, once the solar panels are actually done, this whole thing, we actually will have to go through and put this solar group together. All of these solar panels will have to be added into the solar alignment grouping, I believe. I don't know. You may have changed that. I'm finding all sorts of little, like, changes to some of these scripts lately. Solar rotors. Rotate to sunrise. Rotate fallback. LCD panel, light management, terminal stats, timer blocks. Settings for enthusiasts. Don't play with this. Okay, so no, we don't even have to add the solar panels anymore. Really? Are you serious? Wow, no, it is actually pulling all of the. Interesting. I wonder if it's doing a grid search based off of the rotors that are associated to the. So one of our solar panels is now online. So what this thing does, now that we have solar panels there, is it will actually rotate the rotors. So it'll basically calculate the optimal angle for your power production. How's that for cool? So if you've never used this script, like I said, it's really easy once you know what the commands are and how to set it up. But if you ever need something, I use this on planets a lot because it will allow you to keep your power production maximized throughout the course of the day. And then if you have enough batteries, you can basically just run forever off of battery power. It is a really awesome script. Now, you can actually get better control over the angles by having more rotors. So you see how I have it where it's basically just kind of rotating in just two planes right now. If I were to put another rotor on at the end of this block grid here, like if I had put a rotor here and then attached blocks to it and put the solar panels on that one, it would actually be able to rotate everything around as it needs to in all the different planes. That's a Gremlin XL, and that's getting really close. The Gremlin XL has weapons on it. Are you getting closer or going away? You're going away now. Okay. So, but yeah, like I was saying, is if you ever need to maximize your solar system, use that script. It's bloody awesome. He's a shark. He dove. All right. So that thing is working. Okay, we've put off playing with that thing enough. Let's. Wow, we only need one more Xenocore. That's going to finish up here in a moment. Let's check that production. What are you missing? So there's one in inventory. I need one to finish. Are you serious? Please tell me you are not joking. Oh, you son of a. Bob is making me do it today. There you go. How's that for a welding block or a grinding block? Yes, I know it's a mining block, but we want you out of there. We're gonna grab you. I need steel plates, of course, because you know reasons. There you go. And Bob will work on the rest of that, but what we want to do is go external view, and we're going to play around with our weapons. Really? Now the question is which one of these is the really? All right, let's try this then. So we are going to control. Oh, look at this. Out of ammo. What? Can't be out of ammo. We've got ammo in here. Where's the ammo? Thought we had ammo. Do we not have ammo? I thought we built ammo. It's our pulsar. Oh, it's all in that one. Son of a... Give me half the ammo, goofball. Oh, it's a real gun. Give me something to shoot at. Oh. It's a real gun. Yes. How much ammo did that take? That's actually not that bad. So that's another one of Krieg's weapons for those who don't know. Ah. Oh, the shield? Yeah, that's the other shield. Folks are used to the other shield mod that I use. This is the oh, what is it called? This one. I don't remember the manufacturer. I don't remember the name of the mod, sorry. Oh, it's just maybe the Defense Shields Beta? Might be what it's called. I don't remember. Now I'm kind of curious. I don't remember if I think this thing will hopefully not destroy itself. That should be good. So what we'll do is we'll end up, once we actually start planning this thing around being a full-on station, and we start making the mods to this piece, what we'll do is we'll actually have an area where we can put a solar farm on it, so that the whole thing will follow it. Yeah, I know, I was like, oh, is it about to destroy itself? So it needs power cells. We need 6 times 240. So if we just go 250 times 6, it's 300. All right, no, 250 is 500, 1500. It's minus, so 1400, yeah, like 1400, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So 9 solar panels. It's actually at 95%. Nice. Okay. One tank is full. So yeah, it's working. Okay. It's always good to check to make sure your systems are working the way they're supposed to. Yeah, I like the azimuth batteries. For those who want to know what they look like when they're finished. They look like this. And they are animated, so each of the bars here in the middle, the 4 bars, represent 25% of a charge. So anytime you get 100% charge, they will all glow. And you can paint them if you really want to. Oh, actually, that's not a bad go. So, you know, they're paintable. I don't think you can paint the lights, though. I've never figured out a way to do that without actually going in and like modifying the block. Okay, so we've got 1 tier 4 drill up and running. You need a crap ton of parts. You need everything. Okay. So we need about 1,000 steel plates, 200 components. You've got plates. Let's go. Let's refill our. Really? There you go. And so that is there. So what I will probably do then is we will probably, let's just see. All right. So we're gonna repipe this really quickly. Grab you out of there. Let's grab you. You're already there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do this. Interior plates. I always need something. So production, so we're going to go down here. We're going to actually. Alright, so I am out of tubes. We need more tubes. Give us tubes. Right. Somewhere in here we have tubes. Let's go to a different. You're making those. Are you making anything? You are not making anything. Okay, so where's my small tubes out there? They're hiding from me. Oh, there they are. We're gonna make 1,000 of those, just because we can. And then use assembler 9 are going to be making construction components. Why? Because I'm out of those too. Power cells. Those are up here, aren't they? Yep. I'll have you make like 1,000 of those. That's what you're making. And we'll have you make, I don't know, like 500 computers. Because we can. And I didn't grab, the one thing I damn well needed was the interior plates. Son of a... grab those, okay. And so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, right? Put that in there, put that in there. We're going to grab the thrusters. Look at that. That. Thinking I might actually just do that. Go all blocks. Go ahead and get you out of there. Let's grab you. Something like that. What we'll do is we'll break that one down. Makes it a little safer getting in and out of the ship. What we'll do here. Let's change that color up there a little bit. And if we go like so. There we go. It's always nice to have a little head protection in there because, you know, nothing worse than getting out of the cockpit and smashing your face into something. Alright, so we need to go like that. We're going to go weapons and tools. There is our... So let's see what this thing does for pulling resources out. I'm kind of curious. I haven't used the large ship tier 4 before. Now this is the normal mining. Wow, he really reduced the radius on that then. Alright, that's fine. What I might do is reposition those thrusters somewhere. So I'm thinking I may move those thrusters. Of course, I kind of like having them there, but I might put them up here instead of on the bottom. We'll see. But we have a working mine ship again, which is awesome. Actually, I want to see how much ore did we just pull out of there. I'll go up here. So we have almost 1 million units of uranium. Alright, that's kind of cool. We want you to start producing uranium. Alright. I'll have to do some tests to see what the extent of the range is on these thrusters for damage purposes. I'm assuming they are probably modeled loosely on the vanilla, but we'll find out. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those likes. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. You can also find us over on Twitter, or if you are really wanting to join the community, find us over on Discord. I think there's links to all of to Discord and everything else over on the channel, so feel free to drop in and say hello. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you back here next time, probably for some Space Engineers, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Ah. Spider astronaut does what a spider astronaut does. Oh, whoops. Get stuck is what he does. Take care, everybody.